Finland, with its mysterious charm and breathtaking landscapes, is an invitation for the curious. Imagine a place where tranquility reigns among the trees, lakes sparkle like jewels, and the night sky dances in colors that defy logic. Few know that this country, far from being just a dot on the map, holds fascinating secrets. Every step on its soil seems to lead to a new discovery, something that awakens curiosity about such unique countries. Does everyone know what Finland really has to offer? With each season, Finland reveals a new facet. Winter covers the land with a blanket of snow and silence, but it is in summer that the light never ceases, illuminating landscapes of almost surreal beauty. Imagine yourself sailing across an infinite lake, with the waters reflecting the green of the forests. There's no denying that this place exudes something deeper. And so, the enigma of Finland continues to captivate everyone who visits it, awakening the desire to know its stories. Amid this exuberant nature, a rich and unique culture emerges. The Finnish people, with their simple and resilient lifestyle, embody a spirit of resistance that spans generations. What many don't know is how this apparently serene culture is full of traditions that mix the old and the new in an intriguing way. Finland, therefore, is not just a country, but a state of mind that waits to be explored in all its depth. If you, like many others, feel that there is something more to be discovered about such special countries, get ready to dive into this Finnish universe. With each discovery, more pieces of the puzzle reveal themselves. And so, the journey begins, taking us to the next curiosity this country has to share. Finland, located in the far north of Europe, shares borders with Sweden to the west, Russia to the east, and Norway to the north. This unique geographical position, with its vastness of forests and lakes, places the country in an almost isolated setting, but at the same time connected to great cultures. Its landscapes are a constant reminder that nature is dominant here, shaping the lives and rhythms of those who choose to live so close to the Arctic. With more than 70% of its territory covered in forests, Finland is truly a natural haven. Its countless lakes, which seem to spread out like a puzzle of mirrors, contribute to its unique identity. It is here that the boundaries between heaven and earth seem to merge, creating an almost ethereal landscape. This curiosity about such vast and preserved countries awakens the desire to explore every corner of Finland in more depth. Its borders are like portals to completely different worlds. To the east, Russian influence is felt in architecture and traditions. To the west, the connection with Sweden brings a linguistic and cultural heritage that blends with Finnish identity. In the north, Lapland extends into Norway, offering some of the most untouched scenery in Europe. In every direction, Finland reveals new secrets, hidden in its dense forests and calm waters. This territorial expanse, which appears immense and uninhabited in some areas, gives Finland a sense of mystery that few other places possess. Each region has its own history, and geography plays a key role in shaping the lives of Finns. Now, as we delve deeper into this enigmatic land, curiosity about cultural elements and iconic cities begins to take shape. Helsinki, the vibrant capital of Finland, is a place where modern meets traditional harmoniously. Founded in 1550, the city grew to become the beating heart of the country. Its streets and squares tell stories of ancient times, while its contemporary buildings reflect Finland's commitment to innovation. Amidst its dynamism, there is a peculiar calm that only a city like Helsinki can provide. The capital is not only the economic center, but also the cultural core of Finland. With its art galleries, museums, and festivals, Helsinki exudes a creative energy that attracts curious minds. It is a city that defies the ordinary, bringing experiences that go beyond the obvious. And it's not just for locals. Visitors from all over the world come to marvel at the uniqueness of this place. Helsinki is a true jewel among European capitals, full of surprises at every corner. One of the most fascinating aspects of Helsinki is its commitment to sustainability. The city was designed to be a model of quality of life and well-being. Green streets, efficient transport, and a lifestyle that values balance with nature. The Finnish capital has a lot to teach the world about how to live in harmony with the environment without giving up modernity. What many don't know is that Helsinki stands out as one of the greenest and most livable capitals in the world. As you explore more of this city, the feeling is that there is always something new to discover. Whether in the cozy cafes or the port areas, Helsinki leaves a lasting impression on whoever visits it. And with that, curiosities about the country only increase, leading to more questions about what makes this capital such a unique place. The next mystery we are going to unveil is related to its land full of waters and natural beauty. Finland is known as the land of 1,000 lakes, but the truth goes far beyond that number. With more than 180,000 lakes spread across the country, it is impossible to ignore the constant presence of these crystal-clear waters. Each lake has its own story, its own soul, reflecting the infinite sky and creating a scene that seems straight out of a dream. These lakes not only beautify the landscape, but are a vital part of Finnish culture and lifestyle. Geologically, Finnish lakes are the result of ice ages that shaped the land. The weight of the ice formed valleys that, when melted, gave rise to these aquatic wonders. Today, these bodies of water serve as places of leisure, fishing, and contemplation for local inhabitants. Visiting Finland without exploring at least one of its lakes is missing an essential part of the country's soul. Curiosity about countries with such vast and varied landscapes grows with each new glimpse of this preserved nature. Lakes also play an important economic role. Ecological tourism attracts thousands of visitors who seek the tranquility of a cabin on the edge of a lake, far from the hustle and bustle of big cities. The fishing industry, with its traditions dating back centuries, also thrives in these rich waters. The land of 1,000 lakes is more than a poetic title. It is a reality that shapes the lives of those who call Finland home, and those who seek refuge among its landscapes. As you sail through the serene waters of one of the many lakes, it's hard not to feel a connection to the nature and history that surrounds you. And so, every bend in the lake takes us deeper into the essence of Finland. But there is still more to discover. Now, our journey continues to a magical land full of mystery. Rovaniemi, the official home of Santa Claus. Rovaniemi, in the heart of Lapland, is a place where the magical becomes real. Known as the birthplace of Santa Claus, this Finnish city attracts visitors from all over the world, especially during winter, when the snow covers everything with an almost enchanted glow. Here, the Christmas spirit is present all year round, creating an atmosphere that awakens the purest side of the imagination. It's not just a tourist destination, it's a deep dive into a fairy tale. Rovaniemi's transformation into a Christmas tourism icon has its roots in the Second World War, when the city was almost completely destroyed. Rebuilt with the help of architect Alvar Aalto, Rovaniemi gained new life and purpose. Today, it is the dream destination for those looking to experience the spirit of Christmas. The illuminated streets, impeccable decorations, and Santa Claus Village are part of a unique experience. And so, another curiosity about countries like Finland is revealed, showing how even tradition can be reinvented. The economic impact of this Christmas tourism is gigantic. Rovaniemi receives thousands of visitors every year, many coming from faraway places, all eager to see the good old man's house up close. In addition to being a source of income for the region, tourism transforms lives, offering experiences that remain forever remembered. The city shines in a special way, and those who visit leave with warm hearts and the promise of a return. The magic of Rovaniemi isn't limited to Christmas. All year round, the city offers attractions that involve nature and Lap culture, allowing visitors to connect with something much bigger than themselves. And so, we move on to another extraordinary phenomenon that Finland offers, the Aurora Borealis, a light show that makes the sky as magical as Rovaniemi itself. Few natural phenomena in the world are as dazzling as the Northern Lights. In Finland, particularly in the Lapland regions, the sky transforms into a spectacle of dancing lights, a show that seems to be driven by forces beyond comprehension. Anyone who is lucky enough to witness this wonder knows that there are no words that can do justice to its beauty. The Northern Lights are a reminder of how nature is capable of moving us and making us feel small in the face of its grandeur. Culturally, the Northern Lights are shrouded in myth and mystery. For the ancient people of Lapland, these lights were divine signs, messages from the gods or the spirits of ancestors. Today, although we understand the phenomenon scientifically, solar particles colliding with the Earth's atmosphere, the charm remains unshakable. The aurora is a phenomenon that awakens curiosity about countries like Finland, which offer the world this magical window to the universe. The best time to observe this spectacle is between the months of September and March, when the nights are longer and the sky is darker. Many travelers plan their journeys around this phenomenon, looking for a remote place, away from city lights, to ensure the best possible view. Local guides specialize in providing an unforgettable experience, taking visitors to perfect locations for this observation. There's no denying that watching the Northern Lights is a transformative experience. And as the lights dance across the sky, the feeling is that there is so much more to explore in this land of natural wonders. In fact, the dawn leads us to reflect on the impact that Finland has in several areas, including education. And so, the journey continues to the next topic. What makes the Finnish education system one of the best in the world? Finland is known for having one of the best education systems in the world, and for good reason. The secret lies in a model that values learning as a natural process, without constant pressure for immediate results. Here, school is seen as a space of discovery, where children are encouraged to explore, think critically, and grow as well-rounded individuals. The focus is on student well-being, something that is rarely seen in other education systems. This revolutionary approach awakens curiosity about countries that, like Finland, manage to combine excellence with quality of life. The Finnish educational system stands out for not following the frenetic pace of tests and competitions. Instead, schools focus on creating a welcoming environment where learning happens fluidly and organically. Children start school later than in other countries, and the number of hours of study is significantly lower. Still, the results are impressive. Finland shows the world that less can be more, and this philosophy is consistently applied across its educational institutions. Educational reforms, implemented in recent decades, have transformed the country into a global reference. The investment in highly qualified teachers, the use of innovative pedagogical methods, and the emphasis on the balance between theory and practice are some of the pillars of this success. And it's not just a question of academicism. Finnish education prepares students for life. They leave school with practical skills, ready to be applied in their personal and professional lives. The excellence of Finland's education system is not only a reflection of well-implemented policies, but also of the value that Finnish society places on knowledge and human growth. And so, as we reflect on the impact of this system on each citizen, we continue our journey to understand how the Finnish economy is shaped around these brilliant minds. Finland's economy is one of the most diverse and resilient in Europe. Despite its relatively small population, the country has managed to build a solid economic base based on two fundamental pillars: technology and the forestry industry. Large technology companies such as Nokia have emerged from this fertile soil, transforming Finland into an innovative nation. At the same time, its vast forests feed one of the largest pulp and paper industries in the world, balancing modernity with sustainability. These characteristics arouse curiosity about countries that, like Finland, know how to use their resources in an intelligent and efficient way. Technology plays a central role in the country's economic growth. Finnish startups have gained global notoriety, with projects ranging from games to environmental innovations. The business environment is favored by policies that encourage entrepreneurship and research. Furthermore, high-quality education creates a workforce prepared to face the challenges of the future. It is fascinating to see how Finland manages to be ahead in different sectors, becoming an example to be followed. The forestry industry, in turn, is one of the oldest and most respected in the country. With a large part of the territory covered by forests, the Finns have learned to make the most of this natural wealth. Sustainable management ensures that future generations can continue to enjoy these resources. Furthermore, the export of forest products is one of the main sources of income for the country, showing that Finland has found a balance between economic progress and respect for the environment. While technology and the forestry industry drive the economy, Finland continues to excel in ambitious infrastructure projects. One of them, the Tallinn-Helsinki Tunnel, promises to revolutionize connectivity in the region. With this mix of tradition and innovation, we move on to one of the most intriguing projects in the country, the longest tunnel in the world. Imagine traveling under the sea, connecting two countries in a quick and efficient journey. This is the ambitious goal of the Tallinn-Helsinki Tunnel, which when completed will be the longest underwater tunnel in the world. This connection between Finland and Estonia promises to revolutionize transport in the region, offering a faster and more sustainable alternative to traditional ferry and plane routes. Curiosity about countries that dare to think beyond conventional limits only increases with projects as grand as this one. The tunnel, more than 100 kilometers long, will be a true marvel of modern engineering. Designed to reduce travel times between capital cities to less than half an hour, it promises to benefit both business and tourism. Furthermore, the building itself is a statement of how Finland continues to lead in innovation and connectivity. This project not only strengthens ties between the Baltic countries, but also places Finland at the center of a modern and efficient transport network. More than an infrastructure project, the Tallinn-Helsinki Tunnel is a symbol of the country's progressive vision. The idea of connecting two nations under the sea is a testament to Finnish determination to overcome geographical challenges. Once completed, the tunnel will open up new economic opportunities, facilitating trade and the flow of people between the two countries. The local economy, especially in areas close to the tunnel entrances, will certainly see a considerable boost. As work continues, anticipation grows around how this project will change the dynamics between Finland and Estonia. However, the name of Finland itself carries a history as interesting as its modern works, and that is why, below, we will discover the origin of the name Finland and its mysteries. The origin of the name Finland is shrouded in mystery and historical interpretations. For many, the most accepted explanation comes from the ancient word fen, which means marsh or flooded land, in reference to the marshy areas in the south of the country. It's fascinating to think that such a simple name can carry with it centuries of history and such specific geographic descriptions. This connection to the land, even in something as symbolic as the name, reflects Finland's strong connection to its natural landscape. The name Finland began to be used by other countries to describe this region, but the Finns themselves call their country Suomi. The origin of the word Suomi is even more obscure, with theories ranging from references to ancient people to possible links with Uralic languages. This duality of names is a curiosity about countries like Finland, which manage to house a rich tapestry of cultural and historical influences in something as simple as their own nomenclature. What few know is that in the past, the region now known as Finland was seen as an extension of Swedish lands, and it was only in the last few centuries that the name Finland became consolidated. This evolution reflects the political and cultural changes that the country went through until it achieved independence and consolidated its own identity. It is interesting to note how, even in its designation, Finland bears traces of its complex history of interactions with its neighbors. As we explore more about Finland's past and identity, one question persists. What makes this country so special to the point of being considered the happiest in the world? In the next topic, we will find out how happiness was measured and why Finland has been at the top of this ranking for so many years in a row. Finland has consistently been ranked as the happiest country in the world, and this title is no coincidence. The secret behind this happiness is deeply rooted in Finnish culture and lifestyle, where the balance between work and leisure is taken very seriously. The social welfare system, trust in public institutions, and universal access to healthcare are pillars of this lasting happiness. Living in Finland is experiencing a rare tranquility, a feeling that the basics of life are taken care of, allowing people to focus on what really matters. One of the most intriguing factors is the strong trust that Finns have in their institutions. This creates a society where people feel their needs are met fairly and efficiently. It is an environment that promotes emotional well-being, reducing the stress that is so common in other parts of the world. Finnish happiness is not based on excess, but on a deep sense of security and connection to community. Curiosities about countries with this level of satisfaction make us question what we could learn from them. Furthermore, Finland stands out for its proximity to nature, something that directly influences the quality of life of its inhabitants. Whether winter or summer, Finns find ways to connect with their surroundings, which contributes to their physical and mental well-being. Hiking, saunas, and living outdoors are essential parts of the daily routine. It's no wonder that the country remains at the top of the happiness rankings year after year. With so much focus on collective well-being and happiness, Finland offers a model of living that many nations could follow. But this happiness goes beyond statistics and studies. It is deeply rooted in local culture and traditions. And speaking of traditions, let's now explore one of the most important, Finnish saunas, and their unique role in the country's life. In Finland, the sauna is much more than just a habit. It is part of the country's cultural essence, being a sacred space for relaxation and connection. Every Finnish family has its own sauna, and there are more saunas in the country than cars. This ancient ritual is a form of both physical and mental purification, providing a refuge from the stress of everyday life. For Finns, the sauna is not just a tradition, but a way of life that dates back centuries. Finnish saunas are spaces where people can completely disconnect from the outside world. The practice of alternating the intense heat of the sauna with dips in freezing lakes or snow baths is known to invigorate the body and mind. This balance between extremes is what gives the sauna its unique power of regeneration. In Finland, sharing a sauna is a gesture of hospitality and intimacy, creating deep bonds between friends and family. It's no wonder this practice is so valued in a country where tranquility is so appreciated. In addition to social benefits, saunas are known for their health properties. The intense heat helps detoxify the body, promoting circulation and relieving muscle pain. More than a tradition, the sauna is seen as a natural remedy for well-being, something that many Finns consider essential for longevity. There is no other place in the world where the sauna has as much cultural and therapeutic importance as in Finland, which arouses curiosity about countries that transform rituals into pillars of health and coexistence. While the heat of the sauna provides this particular refuge, there is another geographic feature that shapes Finnish life: the Gulf of Finland. Let's now sail through the waters that connect Finland to Russia and Estonia, exploring the importance of this gulf in the country's history and economy. The Gulf of Finland is an expanse of water that connects Finland to Russia and Estonia, playing a crucial role in the region's history and economy. Its cold, choppy waters have witnessed important historical events, from naval battles to intense trade routes. Today, the Gulf remains a vital artery for international trade, with busy ports like Helsinki and St. Petersburg, ensuring Finland's connection to the world. Its strategic importance sparks curiosity about countries that, like Finland, use their geographic characteristics to shape their identity and prosperity. Historically, the Gulf of Finland has always been a crucial route for the nations that surround it. For centuries, traders, explorers, and conquerors crossed its waters, connecting east and west. Proximity to Russia in particular has had a major impact on Finland's political and commercial relations. This maritime corridor, in addition to its economic relevance, has always had a strong geopolitical connotation, being disputed by several powers throughout history. Today, the Gulf remains an essential waterway, with transport routes that facilitate the flow of goods and passengers between the Baltic countries and Scandinavia. Finland's ports are highly efficient and support a robust economy that depends on foreign trade. Maritime traffic is heavy but controlled, with an increasing focus on sustainable practices to ensure the Gulf of Finland remains a vital route for trade without compromising the ecosystem. Crossing the Gulf, we arrive at Finland's south coast, a region rich in history and culture, where ancient cities thrive by the sea. Let's explore how this area became one of the most important points for the country's development over the centuries. The south coast of Finland is an area where history and culture intertwine in fascinating ways. Its ancient cities, such as Turku and Porvoo, bear witness to centuries of evolution, from medieval times to modern flourishing. Walking through the streets of these cities is like taking a trip back in time, with stone and wooden buildings that tell stories of merchants, nobles, and even kings who passed through there. This part of Finland holds many curiosities about countries that keep their historical roots alive, even in the midst of progress. Historically, the south coast was the starting point for many of Finland's commercial and cultural interactions with the rest of Europe. The ports, bordering the Baltic Sea, were once the center of trade in furs, timber, and other natural resources that drove the country's growth. This region is where the medieval past blends with the present, and local traditions continue to flourish in a contemporary setting. The coastal landscapes, with their archipelagos and islands, are also an invitation to contemplation. In addition to its historical importance, the south coast is also an area of great natural beauty. The calm waters of the Baltic contrast with the lush green hills and forests that line the coast. Small fishing villages dot the coast, creating a bucolic charm that attracts tourists from all over the world. Many come to experience the simple lifestyle, where the sea is both a source of sustenance and inspiration. The south coast is, without a doubt, a hidden treasure that many have not yet discovered. Now that we know this region full of history, we head towards Lapland, one of the most preserved natural areas in Europe, where the landscapes are wild and untouched, and silence is a constant companion. Lapland is a land of extremes, where silence reigns supreme and preserved nature seems to defy time. Situated in the far north of Finland, this vastly untouched region is home to a beauty that transcends description. During the summer, the midnight sun relentlessly illuminates the horizon, while in winter, the blanket of snow creates an almost mythical scenario where the northern lights dance across the sky. It is impossible not to feel small in the face of the grandeur of this land that invites contemplation and introspection. For many, Lapland is synonymous with adventure and discovery. The icy valleys, dense forests, and majestic mountains offer a natural playground for those seeking to explore the mysteries of the Arctic. It is the place where the traditions of the Sami people, the guardians of this land, mix with the modernity of those who come in search of ecological tourism. The pace of life here is different. Time seems to slow down, allowing each moment to be lived with a rare intensity. Lapland reminds us how the simplicity of nature can be more powerful than any human work. The cities and towns that dot this vast region are few and far between, but they carry a warm hospitality that contrasts with the harsh cold of the climate. The locals, accustomed to temperatures that dip well below zero, show a resilience and spirit that make Lapland a land of inspiration. Here, life is about surviving and thriving in harmony with the elements, something that fascinates and sparks curiosity about countries like Finland, that so intensely preserve their connection with nature. As we delve deeper into the untouched landscapes of Lapland, one small town stands out for its understated, lesser-known charm. Camo. Although off the radar for many tourists, it offers unique experiences and deserves to be explored in our next topic. Camo, a little-known town in Finland, hides treasures that many have not yet discovered. Set amidst breathtaking landscapes, this little Finnish gem offers an authentic and intimate experience of contact with nature. Far from mass tourism, Camo is a refuge for those seeking peace and tranquility, framed by dense forests, crystal-clear rivers and mountains that disappear into the horizon. Here, each path reveals a new surprise, each view is an invitation to silent contemplation. What makes Camo even more special are the outdoor activities it provides. From trails that wind through forests to cycling along roads surrounded by greenery, the adventurous spirit finds its home here. During winter, skiing and snowboarding opportunities attract those who enjoy an adrenaline rush. In summer, hiking and kayaking in the calm waters of the lakes are experiences that renew the soul. Camo is a place for nature lovers, where every activity seems to be in harmony with the surrounding environment. In addition to its natural beauty, Camo has a local culture rich in traditions and hospitality. The residents, proud of their roots, welcome visitors with a human warmth that contrasts with the region's cold climate. Local festivals, where music and food are celebrated, offer a glimpse of Finnish life in its purest form. Each typical dish, prepared with local ingredients, tells a story of generations that lived in harmony with this wild and untouched environment. Although Camo is often ignored on traditional tourist itineraries, it represents the most genuine side of Finland. Those who visit leave transformed, with a new perspective on what it means to live in tune with nature. And so, we move on to a fascinating aspect of Finnish life: its linguistic diversity, which reveals a lot about the history and identity of this country. Finland is a country of contrasts not only in its landscapes, but also in its language. Although Finnish is the predominant language, there is a fascinating linguistic duality that few are aware of. Swedish, also an official language, is spoken by a significant minority, especially in coastal regions. This linguistic coexistence reflects the complex history of interactions between Finland and Sweden, which share much more than just a geographic border. And in addition to these two languages, there are also the minority languages of the Sami people, reinforcing the country's cultural diversity. Finnish, a Uralic language, stands out for being completely different from most European languages, which makes it even more intriguing for those looking to understand the roots of this people. Its complex grammatical structures and long words can be intimidating, but they also reveal the depth and uniqueness of Finnish culture. Language here is more than a communication tool. It is a window into national identity. Curiosity about countries that preserve this linguistic and cultural diversity awakens a desire to delve deeper into their histories and traditions. On the other hand, Swedish is a constant reminder of Finland's colonial past, when the country was ruled by Sweden for centuries. To this day, many public institutions and boards are bilingual, and Swedish is taught in Finnish schools. This linguistic heritage also influences the way Finns see the world, promoting an open mindset and receptive to multiple perspectives. The duality of Finnish and Swedish is not just practical. It is a celebration of peaceful coexistence between different cultures. And when we talk about minority languages, such as those of the Sami people, we see even more facets of Finnish identity. These indigenous groups, who mainly inhabit Lapland, fight to preserve their traditions and languages, keeping an ancestral connection with the land alive. So, as we delve deeper into these different voices echoing across Finland, we now move on to another important cultural dimension: religion and the role it plays in the country's life. Finland, although known for its secular nature, still carries deep religious roots. The predominant religion in the country is Lutheranism, with the Evangelical Lutheran Church being the largest denomination to which the majority of Finns traditionally belong. However, Orthodoxy also has its presence, especially in regions close to Russia, a legacy from the times when Finland was part of the Russian Empire. These two Christian currents shaped Finnish spirituality and to this day influence the local calendar, customs, and traditions. Despite this religious heritage, Finland is becoming increasingly secular. The number of people who identify as no religion has grown rapidly, especially among young people. Churches, which were once vibrant community centers, are today adapting to a new role where the spiritual and the secular coexist harmoniously. Many people view religion more as a cultural tradition than as a central aspect of everyday life. This gradual transition to secularism sparks curiosity about countries like Finland that are balancing past and present. Still, life's major events, such as weddings, funerals, and holidays, often continue to be marked by religious rituals, reflecting the lasting influence of Christian traditions. Lutheran churches, with their simple and beautiful architecture, are still an important part of the country's urban and rural landscapes. The celebration of Christmas, for example, is deeply rooted in Christianity, but at the same time, it is a cultural occasion to bring families and friends together, regardless of faith. Increasing religious diversity, driven by immigration, also plays an important role in transforming Finland's spiritual landscape. Muslims, Buddhists, and other religious minorities are gradually finding their space within this context. As Finland moves forward as a pluralistic and tolerant society, respect for all beliefs remains a fundamental value. Now that we've explored Finnish spirituality, let's move on to another essential aspect of life in this country: the outdoor lifestyle and culinary traditions. On the other hand, Swedish is a constant reminder of Finland's colonial past, when the country was ruled by Sweden for centuries. To this day, many public institutions and boards are bilingual, and Swedish is taught in Finnish schools. This linguistic heritage also influences the way Finns see the world, promoting an open mindset and receptive to multiple perspectives. The duality of Finnish and Swedish is not just practical. It is a celebration of peaceful coexistence between different cultures. And when we talk about minority languages, such as those of the Sami people, we see even more facets of Finnish identity. These indigenous groups, who mainly inhabit Lapland, fight to preserve their traditions and languages, keeping an ancestral connection with the land alive. So, as we delve deeper into these different voices echoing across Finland, we now move on to another important cultural dimension: religion and the role it plays in the country's life. Finland, although known for its secular nature, still carries deep religious roots. The predominant religion in the country is Lutheranism, with the Evangelical Lutheran Church being the largest denomination to which the majority of Finns traditionally belong. However, Orthodoxy also has its presence, especially in regions close to Russia, a legacy from the times when Finland was part of the Russian Empire. These two Christian currents shaped Finnish spirituality, and to this day influence the local calendar, customs, and traditions. Despite this religious heritage, Finland is becoming increasingly secular. The number of people who identify as no religion has grown rapidly, especially among young people. Churches, which were once vibrant community centers, are today adapting to a new role where the spiritual and the secular coexist harmoniously. Many people view religion more as a cultural tradition than as a central aspect of everyday life. This gradual transition to secularism sparks curiosity about countries like Finland that are balancing past and present. Still, life's major events, such as weddings, funerals, and holidays, often continue to be marked by religious rituals, reflecting the lasting influence of Christian traditions. Lutheran churches, with their simple and beautiful architecture, are still an important part of the country's urban and rural landscapes. The celebration of Christmas, for example, is deeply rooted in Christianity, but at the same time, it is a cultural occasion to bring families and friends together, regardless of faith. Increasing religious diversity, driven by immigration, also plays an important role in transforming Finland's spiritual landscape. Muslims, Buddhists, and other religious minorities are gradually finding their space within this context. As Finland moves forward as a pluralistic and tolerant society, respect for all beliefs remains a fundamental value. Now that we've explored Finnish spirituality, let's move on to another essential aspect of life in this country: the outdoor lifestyle and culinary traditions. In addition to its cultural richness, Karelia is a paradise for nature lovers. The crystal-clear lakes offer opportunities for fishing and boating, while the forests invite hiking and exploring. During the summer, the light of the midnight sun illuminates the region, creating an almost magical atmosphere. In winter, the snow transforms the landscape into an icy fairy tale, where the tranquility and beauty are almost superhuman. Karelia is a place where time seems to slow down, allowing people to reconnect with what is essential. As we explore this enchanting region, it becomes clear that Karelia is more than a land between two nations. It represents the resilience of a people and the untouched beauty of a wild nature. Now, we move on to Finland's political system, a fundamental piece in understanding the country's success in providing a quality life for its citizens. Finland's political system is one of the most transparent and effective in the world. Functioning as a parliamentary republic, the country has a system of governance that places great emphasis on democratic participation and public trust. The Finnish parliament, known as the Eduskunta, is the heart of the country's politics, made up of 200 members elected through a system of proportional representation. The simplicity and clarity of this political system contribute to the high trust that Finns place in their institutions. Trust in public institutions is one of Finland's greatest assets. Transparency, accountability, and equality are fundamental principles of Finnish governance. The country stands out for low levels of corruption, with policies aimed at the well-being of the population. This trust allows citizens to feel that their rights are protected and that their voices are heard. This political model is a direct reflection of Finnish values of equality and justice, where each person, regardless of their position, has their role in building a fairer society. In addition to an effective parliament, Finland has a robust social welfare system, which ensures that all citizens have access to essential services such as healthcare and education. Finnish governance is based on the idea that a nation's success should be measured by the quality of life of its people. This commitment to public welfare is one of the reasons Finland is often seen as a role model. The Finnish political structure has a clear focus, ensuring that every person has the same opportunities to thrive. As we explore more about the political system, it becomes evident that the balance between individual rights and collective responsibilities is the key to Finnish success. And, speaking of well-being, the public health system is one of the country's greatest prides. In the next topic, we will explore how Finland cares for its citizens through one of the most efficient healthcare systems in the world. Finland's healthcare system is one of the most efficient and accessible in the world, being a model admired by many countries. With a focus on universality, it ensures that all citizens, regardless of their economic status, have access to high-quality medical care. Health services are financed mainly by taxes, which allows the population to have free or reduced-cost access to medical consultations, treatments, and surgeries. Finland proves that a public system can be effective and compassionate, putting the well-being of the population first. The country's medical infrastructure is modern and well-distributed, with hospitals and health centers that offer excellent care, both in large cities and in more remote areas. Primary care is one of the pillars of this system, ensuring that citizens receive preventive care and continuous monitoring, avoiding major problems in the future. Furthermore, Finland invests heavily in medical technology, maintaining its professionals and facilities at the highest standard. This commitment to innovation reflects the constant concern for the health of the population. Another notable aspect of the Finnish healthcare system is the focus on the citizens' comprehensive well-being. Mental health, for example, receives significant attention, with programs aimed at preventing psychological illnesses and treating disorders such as anxiety and depression. Finland understands that physical well-being is intrinsically linked to emotional and mental well-being, and therefore seeks to offer a holistic approach to its medical care. This reinforces the idea that, to be truly healthy, you need to take care of your body and mind. With a high life expectancy and a population that trusts its healthcare system, Finland shows the world what can be achieved when people's well-being is put first. Now, let's dive into one of the most striking aspects of Finnish life: the harsh winter and the activities that make this season a true spectacle. Winter in Finland is as harsh as it is fascinating. For months, the country is covered in a white blanket of snow, and temperatures can drop drastically, often below -30 degrees Celsius. For many, these conditions seem extreme, but for Finns, winter is a season of celebration and connection with nature. The frozen landscapes create a breathtaking setting where tranquility prevails, and the silence of the falling snow is almost spiritual. Finland transforms winter into a spectacle of resistance and beauty. Winter activities are an essential part of the Finnish lifestyle. Skiing, both alpine and cross-country, is widely practiced, and the vast ice and snow trails offer endless opportunities for outdoor adventures. Furthermore, ice skating, sledding races pulled by reindeer or dogs, and diving into freezing waters are traditions that test the courage and endurance of those who practice them. Winter, for Finns, is not something to be endured, but rather celebrated. It's a season that demands preparation and resilience, but also offers incomparable rewards. The harshness of winter also shapes everyday life, with homes and infrastructure designed to withstand extreme temperatures. Efficient heating and architectural design make indoor living comfortable, even when the outside world is frozen solid. Saunas, an integral part of Finnish culture, are even more valued during this season, providing a warm and relaxing escape from the cold. Winter in Finland is both a challenge and an opportunity for renewal, both physical and spiritual. As cold grips the land, there is an expectation that grows as the days begin to lengthen. Endless summer, also known as the midnight sun. This natural phenomenon marks the end of darkness and the beginning of a period of eternal light, creating a striking contrast to the freezing winter months. Now, we move on to discover how this endless summer influences Finnish lifestyle and culture. The Finnish summer, known for the midnight sun phenomenon, is one of the most fascinating experiences of life in the Arctic. During this period, especially in the more northern regions, the sun never sets. The sky remains illuminated throughout the night, creating a magical environment where time seems to lose its meaning. For Finns, this is a time of celebration, an opportunity to make the most of outdoor activities and nature. After the long, dark winter, the endless summer is a blessing of light and vitality. The impact of this phenomenon on lifestyle is profound. People extend their leisure hours, often spending evenings around campfires, sailing on lakes, or simply walking under clear skies. The midnight sun is an invitation to enjoy every second, and cities and towns transform into vibrant hubs of activity. Summer festivals, such as the famous Ruisrock Music Festival, are held on the seafront, taking advantage of the mild climate and continuous light. For Finns, summer is a time of renewal, where the energy of sunlight nourishes both body and soul. Agriculture also benefits from this continuous light. The midnight sun provides rapid and abundant crop growth, especially in the northern regions. Vegetable gardens bloom and fields fill with bright colors as farmers make the most of the short, intense growing season. Local markets are full of fresh products, and Finnish cuisine gets a special touch with seasonal ingredients. This natural phenomenon, unique in some parts of the world, profoundly shapes the culture and rhythm of life in Finland. The endless light of summer is both a gift and a reminder that time is precious. And speaking of time and resistance, now let's explore the concept of sisu, one of the pillars of Finnish identity, which reflects the determination and courage of these people in the face of challenges. Sisu is a word that carries a deep meaning in Finnish culture, encapsulating the essence of determination and courage in the face of adversity. There is no exact translation for sisu in other languages, but the concept is clear. It is an inner strength that allows Finns to persist, even in the most challenging circumstances. This spirit of resilience, so ingrained in the national identity, is visible in the way they face the harsh winter, economic challenges, and even the small battles of everyday life. Sisu is more than a word. It is a philosophy of life. The idea of sisu is not only linked to overcoming great challenges, but also to everyday struggles. Whether navigating a snowstorm or dealing with times of uncertainty, Finns call on this spirit of perseverance. Sisu is present in everything, from the way they face adverse weather conditions to the way they remain calm in crisis situations. This quality is admired internationally and arouses curiosity about countries like Finland, where the focus is on facing obstacles with dignity and determination. Sisu also has a community dimension. It is not just an individual virtue, but something that unites the Finnish people in difficult times. During the Second World War, for example, sisu was fundamental in keeping the country's spirit firm in the face of invasions and economic difficulties. Today, this concept continues to be a source of national pride and inspiration for new generations. Sisu teaches that regardless of the circumstances, it is possible to continue, even when the odds seem to be against you. In a world where resilience is increasingly valued, sisu offers a powerful lesson. Success does not always come quickly, but it is achieved by those who persist. This spirit, which shapes Finnish identity, also influences the minimalist, functional design the country is known for. And that's what we're going to explore now. How Finnish design reflects the simplicity and functionality that define the country's lifestyle. Finnish design is an expression of the simplicity and functionality that defines the country's lifestyle. Known for its minimalist approach, design in Finland is not just about aesthetics, but about creating objects and environments that are practical yet beautiful. Brands like Marimekko and designers like Alvar Aalto are global icons that represent this philosophy. Finnish design values the connection with nature, sustainability, and the intelligent use of materials, always seeking to create something that resonates with the essence of living well and with purpose. The minimalist approach to Finnish design is reflected in the pure forms and natural materials used. Wooden furniture, cotton fabrics, and clean lines are common elements. This simplicity is no accident. It arises from a philosophy that prioritizes well-being and comfort above any ostentation. The result is a design that adapts to everyday life, providing functionality without losing a touch of elegance. In Finland, design is designed to last and serve in a practical way, reflecting a respect for longevity and quality. One of the most notable aspects of Finnish design is its relationship with the natural environment. Finland's landscapes, with their vast forests and tranquil lakes, serve as constant inspiration for designers. Alvar Aalto's architecture, for example, harmoniously integrates with nature, creating spaces that seem to be part of the surroundings instead of imposing themselves on it. This respect for the environment is a hallmark of Finnish design, which always seeks to be sustainable, using resources consciously and responsibly. This attention to detail and sustainability has made Finnish design a global example of how form and function can coexist in perfect harmony. The Finnish lifestyle, focused on simplicity and well-being, is reflected in every piece of furniture, every decorative object, and every designed building. And now, concluding our design exploration, let's take a look at a cultural element deeply rooted in Finland's traditions: the national drink, Koskenkorva. Koskenkorva, the traditional Finnish alcoholic drink, is a true icon of local culture. Distilled from barley grown in the fertile lands of the country's interior, this Finnish vodka carries in each bottle the spirit of simplicity and authenticity that defines the country. For Finns, Koskenkorva is not just a drink. It is a symbol of celebration, friendship, and belonging. Whether at a family gathering or a party with friends, Koskenkorva is present, reinforcing social ties with each toast. The history of Koskenkorva dates back to the end of the 1950s, when it began to be produced on a large scale. Since then, it has become Finland's most famous alcoholic drink, gaining prominence both domestically and internationally. The secret of its popularity lies in its purity and smooth flavor, obtained through a distillation process that uses only local ingredients. The drink is widely appreciated for its uncomplicated character, reflecting the Finnish way of life, simple yet deeply rooted in tradition. Consuming Koskenkorva is also a celebration of the seasons. In the harsh winter, it is common to find groups warming themselves around a fire, sharing stories and toasting with this drink to ward off the cold. In summer, it is enjoyed at outdoor parties, where the midnight sun illuminates long nights of celebration. This versatility makes Koskenkorva a perfect companion for any occasion, always present in the most special moments of Finnish life. More than just vodka, Koskenkorva represents a connection with the land and the people. It's a reminder that in Finland, even the simplest moments can be transformed into meaningful celebrations. And so, we conclude our journey through this extraordinary country, where every detail, from its natural landscapes to its cultural traditions, offers something unique and unforgettable. After discovering Finland's secrets, can you imagine how to apply some of these lessons to your own life? What makes this nation the happiest place in the world is not an unattainable secret, but rather the constant practice of balance, connection, and simplicity. How about starting to seek this same well-being in your daily life? Challenge yourself to slow down, value moments more, and build an environment where quality of life is at the center. Do you want to continue learning more about curiosities like these?
Hey explorers, if you love discovering the amazing curiosities and stories we share here on Exploring Nations, how about supporting the channel with just $1? This small gesture can make a big difference and is essential to keep this content going. Without your support, our journey might be cut short. And there's more. When you shop on Amazon, use our special link. It costs you nothing extra, Plus, you get an exclusive discount and it helps us out a lot. The links for donations and Amazon are pinned in the first comment. Don't let this adventure stop. We're counting on you. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and drop us a comment.